You are about to experience the result of hard work and dedication from the City of Champions, Cleveland's own, 90th's finest. Self-made, hard-working entrepreneurs, unequivocally raw, no holds barred. This is Epiphany Media.
What up, what up? Thank y'all for tuning in once again.
Yes, it
This
is.
is one half of Epiphany Media. Byron, birth name.
You know what your profile said.
You know, it's a joke, but at the same time, I don't want nobody finding me, so I keep it like that. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Please look for that like button, like this show, subscribe to the page, and share it so everybody else can see it as well.
That's what I'm doing. I'm a host and I'm not above it. I'm sharing now to all of these groups on Facebook. And you should do the same, but not only on Facebook, on YouTube and with your family and friends. It ain't on these social medias. There's always a way to watch us or listen to us. We got the podcast out there for those of you great people who can't catch us live. Feel free to partake in any way that you can or want to. All are welcome.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, what we got on the docket today?
Today, since it's about to, springtime officially. I think it's
Is it?
officially springtime now. It's May, so it'll be summer next month. So I think it's I think it got to be officially be springtime now.
Hey, it's a nice day, so
It is a nice day.
I can say it
80,
might be springtime.
81, 85 today in certain areas. So along with that comes with some stressful situations, especially if you're here in the city,
Mm.
as we all know.
I buy a new chopper every month of May, as you know, Jeezy would say.
So elegantly put it,
Man,
uh,
man, like that's very stressful if you got to buy a new chopper every month of May.
Yeah. He said, what do you say? He said, I might have to buy a chopper. Shout out to BG. Mm-hmm. Chopper City, for those of you that don't know. Not here, though, of course.
Very stressful. That's how you got to live. And you know, I was born here. It wasn't it wasn't like I had a decision to be in the suburbs or something. I was born in a stress-ridden environment already, but it's like, how do you cope? Like, how do you cope with something like that? Like, you basically, have PTSD, essentially.
So it all comes back to trauma, huh? No matter how you look at it.
Man, if you haven't, hey, go watch our trauma episode. But right after this episode,
it's a trilogy. Go watch all three. Angel, Regina, thank you guys for joining us. Sorry,
what's
I
up,
seen your
y'all?
comment. Just trying to, share like you guys should have been doing. So thank you. Regina said early, she said, lion stresses me out. I don't associate with liars.
I think she's taking shots.
Yeah, Angel said everybody lies. I think they do to a certain extent. Online, and we talked about that stuff before, and how your persona can be different than who you really are, or how you really are, or whatever. So, I guess you're not wrong there. But we got a couple clips for y'all today. So let's start with let's start with stress itself and what it is.
What is stress? Stress is your body's response to danger, worry, or any big change. Both happy and sad events can cause your body to respond. The body makes stress hormones. These can cause physical changes such as faster heartbeat, rapid breathing, muscle tension, sweaty palms. These changes can help you face the danger or run. This is called the fight or flight response. This response to stress can be good. It can give you extra strength and energy, but ongoing stress can be harmful. Learning to cope with stress is important. Examples of stress. Imagine a bill in your mailbox with past due printed in large letters on the envelope. You open it and think, how will I pay the bill? If I can't pay the bill, what will happen? Will this affect my credit? Now, imagine your supervisor gives you 2 hours to complete a task at work. You think, I'm running out of time. If I don't finish the task on time, I could lose my job. I'll look like I don't have the skill to complete the task if I ask for help. Where does stress come from? Any big change in life can cause stress, such as decreased work hours, marriage problems, death of a family member or friend, childbirth.
Childbirth. Childbirth is always my favorite one because it's true, clearly, but just the way they just throw it in there at the end is just always funny to me. So my question to you guys out there in the audience, and if I'm trying to cut out on some of the what do you call it, like the reverb on the recording. So if it's too low or something like that, then let me know. It shouldn't affect y'all, but just in case it do, let me know. So my question to you guys out there after watching the video, I know Regina already shared that liars stress her out. What are some things that stress you out, like just in life, whether it is liars, whether it's work, whether it is work or child or politics, maybe whoever the president is could stress you out. There's so many different things, and every person is different, and everybody's life and how they go about their day is different. So you guys let us know what stresses you out as I ask Byron the same question.
Well, some of the things that were mentioned in the video, like work. I just got back to work after not working for 2 months, and it was just stressful having to, first of all, get up early because I haven't been getting up that early in a while, so I got to make sure I'm up early to be on time for work, and then just to make it through the day. I'm just tired because I'm just not used to being that attentive for 8 hours. Then you come home, you tired, but you got chores to do. You got to cook, do laundry, like just that over and over 5 days a week is just stressful.
Wait, but that's called being an adult. That's called having
Yeah, yeah, it
responsibility.
is. But is it just because it's a responsibility doesn't mean it's not stressful? Shit, like what person have I haven't met one person that said I can't wait to go to work today. Like what? No,
Hey,
none.
I had a job. Look, I had a job before. I ain't gonna lie. Or like I look forward to actually going to work. I actually legit it was like 3 more days. Like 3 more days of this, cool. It's not currently where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But I've had positions. But I have one position. Sorry, let me be clear. One job in my entire life from working since I was uh, 13, where I was like, I'm looking forward to going. I can't wait to get back and do more of this. The money was good. The benefits were good. They treated me pretty well. All that stuff. All the boxes was checked.
Why you leave?
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk. But yeah, for sure. No, no. I was just saying. I mean, you're right. You made a good point. Just because there are responsibilities or everyday adulting don't mean that it's not stressful. Like going to work is something that you got to do, right? Everybody got to do it, but it is stressful or it can be stressful. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good point. That's a good distinction to make. That just because it's a responsibility don't mean that it can't be full of stress.
Yeah.
Angel said, "Messy house stresses her out." What about you? How you feel about Messi's house? Clutter
Uh,
state, whatever.
no, like no, it doesn't because I know all I got to do is clean it up. That doesn't like cleaning the house doesn't stress me out personally, but like doing the grass, I mean cutting grass, doing um, it's 95 degrees outside.
That stress you out?
It's a long process. I hate doing it. The first probably like month, I'm like, yeah, I got my grass perfect. Then it's like, man, I'm tired of doing this, man. I'm just gonna let it grow. But you can't let it grow because then it get hard. Then it make your job even harder if you let it grow out. And it's a part of keeping the parents of your home up. Like you don't want neighbors talking about, man, they can't cut their grass. It's horrible.
I'll tell you this much. I don't give a big nuck. I cut it when I got time and energy to cut it. It's down my business. I bought a house, so I don't got to listen to my neighbors. I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear you complaining, old lady.
Yeah, but when the city send that letter,
That's different. Yeah, I won't let it go that far, but you know what I'm saying. I'll drag my feet a little bit, and so I get a Saturday where it's like a Saturday morning where it's like 60. So it's kind of cool out. The sun on the way, but it's early. Let me cut my grass then. So by the time that sun get out, say around noon, I'm in the house or I'm going somewhere chilling out, being cool. So messy house don't do it for me either. I think that
oh well, there's something breaking the house since we doing talking about the house. Like if plumbing, you got a
oh
leak, you
that's
know.
that's what I was gonna say. So messy house don't do it for me, but like things that are wrong, anything. I don't care if it's a leaky sink or whatever the case is. Like that stuff is what bothers me. I got a bird's nest right now that's in like just under the awning of my house. I hate it, but I can hear that it's small birds in there. So the city like we ain't coming out because there's birds in there, which means I gotta wait till the birds leave and then seal that up somewhere. But like stuff like that is what gets me. Not actually just having stuff around the house or whatever.
Mhm.
That don't do it for me. Um, Regina agreed with Angel and said not having the energy to clean it. Yeah, I can see when you don't have the energy and stuff when you want to do it, if you can't, that can be stressful. Angel said, "Yes, I struggle with clutter, but it messes with me emotionally." Um, and you should be constantly cleaning then, just constantly. That's what I would do. If it is something like that messing with me emotionally or something, I would be constantly cleaning. Um, Regina said to Angel, "Have you seen that declutter show? Has these two women and she's in love?" Angel said, "Typically, or cleaning typically calms me down, makes me more happy." And Angel said, "Now you hear me." Hilarious. Regina said, "My dad cuts the grass 2 or 3 times a week. Your dad must be retired because only retired people got enough energy and time to cut the grass 2 or 3 times a week." I remember talking to with veterans who had just like retired or something like that, just when they bought their house and they was retiring or going on some sort of disability or something, and they were like, "Man, I bought a riding mower, I'm saying all this stuff." Like some of them be none of these people was in the city, but some of them was also not in the country or whatever. But they bought riding mowers. I'm like, which is cool. I'm like, look, man, you retired, you got all day to do nothing. I'm like, what I'm saying? If Monday you want to cut this half of the grass, Tuesday you want to cut this half of the grass, you want to skip a day. Thursday you cut half of the backyard. Saturday you cut the other half of the backyard. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? You retired. As long as you get it done, as long as you keep moving, you'll be in good shape. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, your dad, I already know before you even answer, your dad got to be retired because 2 to 3 times a week.
Right. Hey, but I know somebody probably about his age that bought a riding lawnmower, and they the size of their lawn is it's nothing.
Yeah.
But I guess after doing it for so many years, it's like forget it. Break down and buy a
Yeah.
lawnmower.
And look, when you older, you know what I'm saying? You like, man, I like you think about how many steps you accumulate in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The dogs is hurting.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you think about basketball players and like even Jim Brown, who had, So think about how much running he did in the NFL, on movie sets, in college, and playing lacrosse in college, and whatever football before that, whatever. And he just started when he got into his like mid 80s. Just started walking with a cane. That's pretty impressive. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people way younger than Jim Brown that's walking with canes. So just think about how many steps accumulated. So when you get up there, you're like, man, give me a ride more. I'm gonna cut this grass slow. I'm gonna set my time. You know what I'm saying? And I would do it at my own pace, and I'm not gonna put no more wear and tear on my knees and hips and stuff.
Yeah, like hey, but him not using the cane later in life attributed to him retiring way early than he was supposed
Oh,
to.
oh yeah,
And the
9 to
same,
imagine if he played 15 or something. You know what I'm
right?
saying?
And the same with like Bo Jackson. He had a major injury, so he couldn't play as long. But just imagine if those beasts of players had played, even they could have played for a long time.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see some of the older people that's retired now, like the Emmett Smiths, the Barry Sanders, see how they are.
Oh, Barry might be cool.
Barry Sanders retired early too, but
Eminem
Emmett
want to
Smith
break that
played.
record.
Yeah, Emmett Smith played just to break the record. This nigga he was old as shit, like 500 yards a year or something. He wasn't that bad, but just whatever he had to do, he played 22 years or something like that just to break the record, which is crazy. Brett Favre played 20 years in the NFL, by the way, which is insane. Like people just play long for whatever reason. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see when they get older if they use canes or if they start buying riding mowers and stuff. It's crazy. Angel said two things that I agree: unexpected bills and car repairs.
Mm,
Car
oof.
repair, I hate cars, man.
Like both are bad.
Yeah,
But I think car repairs are worse because you need your car to make money.
yeah.
You know.
To repair, even if you do the repairs yourself, you need your car to be running to go to the place to get stuff to repair it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like car repairs are the worst. Unexpected
Yeah.
bills, you can kind of put it off for a little bit if you had to, but
Yeah.
car repairs are the worst.
Yeah.
Then she doubled down and said, pieces of mail that say Rita, if you live in the and if you live in Ohio, for those you don't know, it's the Regional Income Tax Association or whatever. It's the IRS, but for on the local level, or pieces of
Really,
mail
I know I have no idea, and I'm glad I don't know
with
who
Rita.
they are. Yes.
That's the benefits of living and working in the same city. Because if you live and work in two different cities, you'll know who they are. You'll know them. As absurd as it is, you'll know them. But yeah, look, I've requested forms from the IRS, and still when I see on like the informed delivery that I got mail from the IRS, I still get nervous. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. When they sent that letter out talking about your stimulus check is on the way, and just think about it, I happened 3 times.
Yeah.
Your heart, your heart just stopped. Like, no, you don't want to owe them money because you owe them
Yeah.
money. Is
Oh,
you can't get around it,
yeah.
and if you try to get around it, you might have to do jail time. So it's just all
Yeah.
bad.
Keep that in mind for we're gonna see a lot of that here coming up soon, next year or so. We'll see a lot of people owing the IRS and going to jail. Um, but
Not
yeah,
only
no,
do you have to owe, you going to jail.
yeah. Oh yeah, no. Just because you go to jail don't mean you don't got to pay that money back. You still got to pay that money. You know what I'm saying? So don't think you're gonna get out of it. But I agree, man. Like I said, I've literally said like called them and said I need these forms. Can you mail them out? And they're like yes. And then like it usually take a couple of days so you forget. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like day four, like being delivered to the IRS. What do they want? Like, I hope I don't owe no money. And then you get it, like, oh man, thankfully.
Right.
But Rita's the same way. Every time I see her, I'm like, you kidding me? Like I don't even understand. I sign up the same way every single time. Why do I owe y'all? We don't know, but you owe us
Mm.
every time. Virginia said he has a lot of grass to cut. Talking about her dad, his house, mine, his rental.
Oof.
Uh, then if it's somewhat high, knowing it's going to rain, he wants them more before the rain. Yeah, that's the speed you could. That's the perks of a riding mower. Look, I've seen people on riding mowers like companies. And I was like, man, when I throw you a couple dollars, you just, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, I can do it. And so he'll charge a price, which I feel like, all right, that's pretty decent. But then how quick he do it, I'm like, man, that's messed up that you charge me all this money for something that took you literally like 7 minutes to do. But, like I tell people that go to mechanics, like backyard mechanics or whatever, and they get charged all this money or whatever, and then they fix it in a day or fix it in a couple hours. You ain't paying for the that guy's experience and
Uh-huh.
knowing how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So you might feel cheated, but look how fast you got your car back or whatever the case is. So look how much money you save over going to the dealership. So that's what you got to look at.
Uh-huh.
So Regina, I'm right there with you. Andrew said family issues. So I think we all can say family issues stresses out in some way or another. Like, I don't think there's no way around that.
Yeah, it could be death, problem with siblings, parents, cousins, or whatever. It could be problems with in the marriage, like stressful, very stressful.
Yeah, I would think family is one of those things that, or one of those stressors that I don't think you can really get away from.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess I guess it depends on
yeah.
the family member, your relationship, etc. But um, family would be, I would think, would be a tough one to get away from. Although there are ways for sure.
Unless you move and then you just disappear, like
Yeah,
you know.
or just stop messing with that person in general. Like just cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is interesting. Oh, Virginia agreed and said family issues. So let me see. So your mom said, "I love my children. I love being a mother. However, every year celebrating Mother's Day stressed me out due to my mother passed several years ago. Being around people whose mother is still living, really stresses me out. Please do not get me wrong. I do send cards and make calls to family and friends to send Mother's Day love. I do treasure her memories. It's hard. We
Oh, yeah, that's what we were just saying. Yep.
Yeah, we found out on this show with a couple of our regular viewers, you know what I'm saying? And we've had Mother Day shows and we've had Father's Day shows, not too long after they lost their parents and stuff. And yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's something, you know what? And I think that's something that a lot of people don't talk about is so not just like a Mother's Day, like just holidays in general. You know what I'm saying? Being stressed out that Christmas is coming up if you got a bunch of kids or whatever the case is, or Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, like just holidays, or sometimes you might not be used to being around your family or haven't been around them in a long time, so that can stress you out if you got to cook or if whatever, you know what I'm saying. But holidays in general, and I can see that. I can see Mother's Day and Father's Day stressing people out about that.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And for real, uh, damn near every human, will get stressed out about that. Well, I don't even want to say damn near. I'd probably say every because you got people that could be orphans, never met their parents, but Mother's Day, Father's Day come around and stress them because they don't know their parents, and then
Or you see
like,
everybody else celebrating their parents.
yeah, then like the aforementioned um, thing about people losing parents. So it's just,
That's that's a good one that I haven't thought about. I guess in the same way, but that's a pretty good one though.
but
It's a pretty good one.
yeah, family is hard, and then but then even new additions to the family, like a child, because now you have somebody that you have to watch everything over. Like you gotta make sure that they're fed, they're clothed, that you're going to work faithfully. Uh,
You can't have no missteps there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Mm.
That's tough, man. Yeah, yeah. So family, I think, uh, has to be. I want to say it got to be the biggest one, right? Like it has to be some way, shape, or form. Like family situations have to be, um, like the the most stressful thing in your life because all right, losing a job is stressful, but there are places to work. You know what I'm saying? You might have to take a step back or whatever before you go forward,
Yeah.
or whatever the case is. But um, you know, losing a parent or something ain't no going back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or getting into it with your boyfriend or girl, having a breakup, like a major. Y'all been together forever, have a breakup, or she leave you at the altar or something like that. Like family gotta be the widest range of stuff that can happen, but it gotta be the most common, man. I would it would have to be.
Yeah, because let's say like a family member let you down is is a lot more stressful than a friend letting you down. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Okay.
Because you probably had the idea that the family should be stronger than people who aren't your family. And then when something happen with your family, you lose trust in your family, and it's like, wow, that's stressful. Like you probably like, damn, who can I trust?
Right. I agree. And Virginia said your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Yep, I agree with that for sure. Let me see. Angel, not this comment. I haven't read it all, but her next comment is pretty good too. But Angel said, "I'm sorry, it's so painful for you. I lost my mom in 2009. It's tough. People don't understand that until they lose a mom. I find peace and happiness in trying to do things. I know what made my mom happy. It's so hard. Yeah, yeah. Look, I'm dreading that day. Like everybody got a day. We all know it's gonna happen, etc. But dreading that day, man. Dreading it. Like I don't know. All part of my campaign of giving people their flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's something that I try not to think about, but it's like sorry,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's hard not to think about it when you may know people who it's happened to. It's like, man, you
Yeah,
know.
I agree. And you're just trying to
So
be as supportive as you can, but that don't make it easier.
mhm.
Um, Regina said, "I get stressed out on Father's Day for my son, knowing mom it has to bother him that his father has left him, even though he says I'm good. No one wants to be left. Yeah, I can see that. Look, that's part of the episode we had a couple shows ago, Machismo. Like it was just y'all for a while, so he gotta be holding it in, or what I'm saying, even if he not holding it in, but he gonna tell you he is because he don't want his mom to see him break down or say anything like that. So uh Virginia, all you can really do is let him know it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it happened, and now look at you. It's all right. That's all you can do. Um, Andrew said, starting a job is super stressful. I agree. Now that's another one that I hadn't even pondered. But starting a job is super stressful. Like your
Yeah,
first day at work,
yeah. Like the first the first day of work, you just be standing around not knowing what to do.
you don't know where nothing is. You gotta ask where the bathroom at. Like it's crazy. The, the first day of work is even like the first day of training before you get to like I work for a couple like big companies, so you had to go like training, and then you got to have, which is like you meeting pretty much your bosses, and it'd be other new people, and there'd be some people that like left and returned, so they still kind of know everything. And then you got to go to like whatever your position is and have like a real first day. They get it twice. Uh, First day of the work suck, man. Even if you're excited to do it, it got to be nerve. It is nerve. Not got to be. It is nerve wracking, man. That's a good one, Andrew. Starting your first day of job. Can you remember your first day of your first job?
First day of my first job.
Yeah.
Nah, man, no. Well, nah, I really don't. Like I kind of remember training. It was a blur. I remember the interview. She she said I was hired during the interview. You know what I'm saying? So being like 16, I was cool, but I seriously do not remember. Like I remember the first the first friend at the job that I made, which was Erica. One of our top fans. But yeah, I don't remember that first day.
All right, that might have been a tough question because I don't think now that I think about it, I can't remember my first day either. That was like even my first couple jobs. I remember my first one at certain job, like ones that I was at for a long time. I remember those. Um, but not my first job. But yeah, I just know like you get up that morning. It's like the first day of school, kind of like you get up a little bit earlier than you probably need to get there on time, and you try to make sure that you that you what I'm saying, that you get there on time, you clear up obstacles. What I'm saying, make sure that's when you check the traffic. What I'm saying, making sure that nothing goes standing your way from getting to the spot on time. Then you get there and you need to be standing around because you don't know, like the person you interview with might not be your direct supervisor, so now you don't really even know who to talk to or ask for. You just kind of standing there,
Mm-hmm.
and then what I'm saying, it's that's why I'm kind of grateful for what I do now because I kind of even when my first day where I'm at now, I kind of just walked in and I was able to do my own stuff because I was a supervisor, so I just walk around and do whatever I wanted to do, so it worked out.
Yeah, I remember I got a job and I didn't really realize what the job was until the first day. I found out I was a shift supervisor, and I was like, "Oh, it's not what I signed up for. I'm really just trying to
Yeah.
disappear at this job."
Yeah, right, right. You be going like, oh man, I'm about to just blend into the bag. And I'm like, oh, I gotta run it. Okay, that's cool. I can run this play. That's cool. Um, and just said both of you just be good sons, surprise your mom with unexpected gifts or a call or a hug for sure. I agree. Ashley, thanks for joining us.
What's up? It's been a minute.
Um, Angel said, she said, I cried and begged my mom not to make me go back. Uh, your mom said, it's stressful dealing with young people at work who think they're entitled. Yeah, I can see that. But you gotta, I can see that. You gotta play it both sides though, because you've been there for a long time, so you are actually entitled because you know everything, literally know everything they got to do with the players, and they're trying to fit in. You gotta cut them some slack sometimes.
But look though, like okay, you can cut us some slack because you used to be there at their age and knowing you had that thing in your head where you think, oh, um, that's not on my job description. One of those type of workers, like they think they so literally supposed to do exactly what's on the job description.
What's on
Like
the paper? Yeah,
so teamwork isn't in the job description. I need some help with something, and you just not gonna help me. I'm like, hey, I need somebody else. Like, I can't work with this. I can't work with this person. I need somebody else. Like you could be do all the bad things with your job, but as long as you have good teamwork. We can make it. We can make it happen.
I agree. I agree. Hey, look, that's a good point. You got to remember that at some point, right? You like, hey, this is how I had to do. Look, I've left jobs because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like lesser situation. I was like, y'all want me to do what? Oh no, this is a part time job. Like I was signing up to do this, this, and this. I'm not about to do this and I just leave. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's a part time job or whatever. But some people do come in feeling entitled. But yeah, like you said, you do gotta remember that sometimes you at some point in your life you was in that situation too. You're like, I don't. Why would I have to do that? Like that's not. I'm a XYZ. Why would I have to do ABC? Like why would I have to do that? That don't make sense.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But like you said, teamwork, teamwork, teamwork wasn't on the job description, but that don't mean you don't got to do it.
yeah. But as far as stress goes, like having one job and having all these responsibilities, that all these financial responsibilities, and you can lose your job. That's very stressful. But if you have multiple jobs, multiple streams of revenue, that little part time job, like you won't care about giving it up at all. Like it's less stress because you know that if you did get let go, okay, at least I got
I can make it happen.
other income streams. So that's how you make work not stressful. But then it comes gonna be in work all the time. It's stressful.
Let me see. Andrew said, I remember my first paycheck was like $200 and I thought I was rich. Look, even my very first job, well, my second job, my very first official job where I was getting checks was I would still stack them up, man. They would get mail to my grandmother's house, and she'd be calling like, "Yeah, you got mail over here from Cleveland Heights." And typically I'd be like, "Oh, that's what is that about?" You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, "No, that's work stuff. It's cool. Just leave it. He's getting paid every week." And I would leave it for I'm talking about month or two at a time. I'm a kid. I don't got many responsibilities, and you remember this? I had a second job, working two jobs at like 13 or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was working at a gas station where I'm getting paid cash, and the other money was just I can save that or whatever. I'm like, no, that's cool. So when I actually went and deposited like those checks, like it would be big balances, like a couple $100, more than 200. But Regina said her first check was 1,000. It wasn't that much, but somewhere in the middle. And but I was able to just put that off and save it because I was out here getting it. 13. Two gigs and going to school and playing football. I was out here. Regina said, first job I was spoiled. I was a summer help at my dad's plant. Spoiled. You know, I don't even got to go no further. I started at $9.50 in 1996.
That's
You know what
normal.
minimum wage is right now, Regina? It's not $9.50, so that's pretty good. Then in a month it was up to 25.25. Crap, if that wasn't summer help, I wouldn't have ever left. That is great
Man,
money. Shit. That's really good money.
in '96.
That's the king. That's decent money now. You know what I'm saying? That's more than minimum wage now. But in '96, that's gualo, as the kids say, the old kids. uh, Andrew asks your mom or lazy, entitled or lazy. No, hey, just remember that y'all was in that spot one time before. Even if you are a hard worker, you was in the spot where you know you got a new job and you started making a couple bucks and you was smelling yourself. Or is that what it is? Smell yourself or something? Is that
Yeah,
the saying?
yeah.
I think that's the saying.
Like you start
Uh,
feeling yourself. Like you don't got to do that much
feeling yourself.
around.
Yeah, I say smelling yourself. I'm an idiot.
Well, it's the same. I heard that before.
I'm an idiot. Feeling yourself. Yeah. My bad, y'all.
Pause.
Yeah, I know. Virginia said. Then reality set in. I got a job at Burger King for $4.25 an hour. Damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah. That's a
we went
big.
from 25 to 4.
What
Like
a
you didn't
big.
even want to come to work.
Look, Burger King was like my third job ever with Burger King. And I was a minor, so I was making. I actually got an old check around here somewhere. It's hanging up somewhere in the office. But I think it was like I want to say like 415 or something like that as a minor. So yeah,
Rape.
this is slave labor, man. I don't know, that's crazy. Your mom said, call off for any little thing. That's BS. No, it's a different generation. I would say my children has my work ethic. Wouldn't you say, Byron? Be honest too.
Yeah.
Hey, he ain't worked in 2 months. All I'm saying is he ain't worked in 2 months. I don't know what kind of work ethic that is. That's all I'm saying.
Hey. Yeah. 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 I can say that's true. What she said. You know, yeah, work. We got to get it in.
I can respect it.
Like,
Uh,
like you gotta make money. But yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I only can work so much. Is what I'm. I only can work so much till I get tired of it, and then I'm done. I'm done. But sometimes it's like I want to work, but it just don't work. I had that, you know. But right now, it's no excuse for anybody who want a job. Okay.
that is also a good point. That is a good separate point, but a good point nonetheless.
Hey, so let me ask you this though. So we're talking about all these things that that causes stress, but like, how do you deal with stress?
Let's let's say that for the end because I want to before that not to take control of the show, but I just want to before we get to that. I think that's a good place to go, of course, of fixing it. But I think another common besides family, which everybody go through, but I think another common stress that a lot of people deal with is like it's like road rage.
That is dash cam video showing a driver on the 417 in Orange County firing at another car through his own windshield. It's an intense moment, and the video was posted on YouTube by the driver, Marco Mazzetta, who says he was trying to defend himself because he believes he or his passenger were in danger of being shot. Florida Highway Patrol says this shows how dangerous it can be to argue with other drivers on the highway.
You don't know the mindset of the other driver, that you may accidentally get involved with some type of situation. A lot of people carry weapons in their cars, and this could have really escalated to somebody getting shot, somebody getting killed.
This happened last week. The in-car video shows another car driving aggressively. At one point, it gets extremely close to Mazzetta's truck. He says he tapped the brakes and the other car then bumped him. It speeds around him, and later the second car slows down. Mazzetta says that driver pulled out a gun and pointed it at him. That's when Mazzetta says he took out his own gun and fired because he feared the other man was going to shoot him. Mazzetta did not want to do an interview on camera, but told me by text, quote, "I'm not a fan of guns. I'm a fan of not getting shot. I know this video doesn't capture my smartest moments, but I hope any idiot criminal with a gun watching thinks twice before loading, brandishing, and aiming their firearm at someone over a traffic infraction."
First of all, don't talk to the news and send them text messages when you are going through a criminal investigation.
That's a lawyer. That's the first lesson. Go talk to a lawyer before you talk to the news. I agree.
And they'll tell you don't talk to the news.
No, you're right at all.
Damn, but wow, like he got that stressed and mad while driving that he decided to shoot dude. Dude did brandish a firearm, but they're on the freeway. You're not going to make that shot. It's damn near impossible unless you're right next to him. Yeah, but no, he was just shooting recklessly to me. He was lucky somebody didn't get hit.
And if you guys ever watch that video online, there's plenty of places that break it down. His first shot, he had his eyes closed so clearly he wasn't really ready for. His first shot was with his eyes closed. So, anyway, to be that stressed in a traffic situation is absurd. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like you're in a car, all right. They zoom around you, take their license plate number, call the police. Like, hey, somebody's driving erratic. Even if you lie, like I think they drunk. You know what I'm saying? This is the car making model. It's the license plate. Anything except for pulling the gun and firing at a car. Like I'm surprised. That was a couple months ago where that happened. I'm surprised dude is not in jail.
Yeah, because that video got reposted. I'm like, why is it being reposted? He still has. So I guess he's in the clear. That's crazy to me. Is that really stand your ground? Anyways, that's a discussion for another time. But like, do you get that? Do the listeners, viewers out there, do you get that stressed that you want to shoot somebody on the road?
In traffic, like road rage, like we all experience road rage to some level. But I'm usually look, my road rage usually comes from when I'm late and like people ain't driving as fast as I want them to drive. So what I do, as soon as I start getting mad, I think about it like, you would have left on time, or you would have left 10 minutes early, you would have left 30 minutes early, you wouldn't have this situation at all. Like it's your fault. Talking to myself. If you would have left on time, you wouldn't have this situation. Like, this is your fault. Like you should have left early. You know traffic is a thing. Snow exists. You should have left early. You didn't, and it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I slow down. I go back to my 5 above the speed limit or whatever, and put it on cruise control, and I just get there when I do. Because it's my fault. At that point, it's my fault. I'm already late, and it's my fault.
See, with me, I don't have road rage. It's not like I'm just in the car steaming about what somebody else did on the road. It's usually a confused look on my face, like are you stupid? Like what's going on? Like why are you trying to kill other people on the road?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But then after that, of course I might look like who the they
Who's
80
driving?
years they 80 years old.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
Yeah.
I let it slide. I see why, but I don't I don't get I don't get I don't rage about someone's driving. Like it just doesn't. Oh,
No, I agree with you. I do. I look like, oh, what are you doing? Like, why are you riding in the middle of the lane? Or like, are you? What is happening right now? Like, are you okay? And then, like you said, I get up and I see it's a little white lady like this, two hands on the wheel. You know what I'm saying? At 10 and 2, cause she's scared out of her mind because she ain't drove on the freeway in 5 years. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? So I agree with you, but I never look that always extra alleviates for me. I was like, all right, the old lady. If it's somebody my age, or on the phone, then I'll be pissed. I'm not going to shoot them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to shoot at them or whatever that craziness is.
Yeah, I just get like, wow, what are you doing? Like, but what really gets me is when people drive under the speed limit. It just mess up the entire flow of traffic if you're
With
going under the
traffic,
speed
yeah.
limit.
Not on the freeway,
Yeah.
but on the city streets. If you doing 25 and a 35 or something, like it's annoying.
Nah, I say on the freeway too. If you're doing 50, if people be doing 50 in a 60 in the
But
slow lane, it's still messes like you gotta go
you,
60.
I agree with you.
Everybody gotta go around.
The low limit on this freeway is 55. The limit is 60. So if you're doing 55, technically you still legally all right, but the freeway is multiple. Like, look, you can see if there's a car that's in traffic. You know to get over. You gauge the distance between you and the car. You gauge your speed. You gauge their speed. You gauge your speed to the exit or the distance to the exit. You get over. You get in front of them. Even if that means you got to hit the gas or whatever. Like it can. I'm not saying it's not great, but it can be avoided. You know what I'm saying? Where on the city streets though, ain't that much avoidance. You know what I'm saying? You just there. And as soon as you go around, you're gonna get stopped at a light or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, or somebody gonna be turning, or it's gonna be a single road with the with the no passing lines on the road. Like it's gonna be something like that. I hate it on the freeway too, but there are opportunities to get over. Like usually it's 4 lanes or 3 lanes where you have a chance to get around, or even 2 lanes. We have a chance to pass, but in the city, man, you don't be having that chance. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. So,
Especially when you run into like 10 red lights because they going too slow.
oh man, yeah, just back to back, like hit the gas pedal. Come on, man, hit the gas pedal. So, so you ever like apologize? Like you ever like
No, like you don't even gotta finish.
no?
No.
You ever you ever so you say you don't get road rage, so that, I'm assuming you never apologize for anything you did, but you ever like
I don't do nothing.
you ever see like the whole person you be like, all right, man, my bad. I ain't mean to cuss you out in my mind. Not to them necessarily, but like I ain't mean to cuss you out of my mind because you know 80 years old.
Nah,
No,
nah, no, because it's like they're still in my mind. They're still,
wrong.
yeah, they still got a strike in my mind. Like you still did something. Okay, I understand why you did it, but it's like, come on, man, get off. You know you shouldn't be on the road.
All right, so all right, let me ask you about this situation then.
It's not getting any greener. Come on, man. Come on. Oh! Go! Oh!
I don't know what happened. I can't even comment on the video because I don't know what happened at the end. But am I in the show? I think I'm in the show. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in the show.
Did I finish out?
No. You might have to play it again.
Did I finish out?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, I can hear you. You can't hear me?
All right, hold on. Say something now.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear nothing.
Hold on.
I don't know what happened right then and there. Did the video finish for y'all? I know I had to change mics, but I don't know if it played out. I might have to play it again. And hope we don't get flagged this time. Let me see if it worked. Hold on, let me wait for Byron to come back. So you hear Byron, but you can't hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, wait a minute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear nada. I can't hear. All right, let me try to figure it out. I guess I'll play the video again.
Hey, but play.
It's not getting any greener. Come on, man. Come on. Oh! Go! Oh!
Hey, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Yeah, but this what I was trying to tell you. Play it this way. It don't play right the other way.
Getting any greener. Come on, man. Come on. Oh! Go! Oh! Kyle, don't.
Morning.
We are having technical difficulties. I have no idea what's going on right now. I couldn't tell you. We were having a great show. Don't you agree? I think we were. I think we were. It was pretty good until now. You know what? I was getting tired of watching that video over and over and over again.
Hey,
I get to the punchline.
hey, look, we got so many things hooked up now. I know you can hear me now, but we got so many different inputs and outputs now that it's impossible. it's impossible. I'll save you. Actually, you know what I could have did? I could have just played it off of like YouTube or whatever. But yeah.
Hey, when you do run it again,
I'm a fast forwarder. I got you.
do the side screen when we still on the screen because it plays better for some reason. I don't get it at all.
I don't know what just happened.
Sabotage.
It's they're trying to get us. Like how all the other ones work fine. Let me see. All right, here we go. Let me skip forward a little bit. We go to double screen. Look, it's a solid movie. Your mom talked about it, and I think it's dope. All right, let's see how this works.
I bet it's been a little zoned out.
I don't know what part y'all went to, so sorry.
Curtis, is that what you meant?
No, it's not.
Why is that?
The light was green, and you weren't moving. Mom, stop it, please. Some of us have places to be.
I bet it's been a little zoned out back there. I've been kind of having a hard time lately.
Yeah, join the club. Stop it.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you are, and I'm sorry that I might have made it worse. Accept my apology?
Sure, whatever.
You could just do the same. We can press reset. Ma'am, I was saying, if you could just apologize.
I heard you.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to apologize for, sir. Mom, it's okay. Just apologize.
Well, I don't think that's really true of any of us now, is it? But that's where we are in this world today. We seem to have developed a fundamental inability to apologize to anyone for anything. I don't even think you really know what a bad day is. But you're gonna find out. You hear me, miss? You're gonna fucking learn.
Watch this though. Look. Yeah, that's stressful. Getting this clip to play was stressful.
Hey, now to backtrack, you before the video you asked, I've ever apologized for somebody that did did something stupidly on the road and
Right.
I overreacted, whatever, and I said no. In that situation, I most definitely would have. Like,
I mean, just like reading the room, like you hear the way Cuz was talking, like you wouldn't just like, you know what, my bad, guy, like you got it. You know
you would have to push your machismo to the side.
You have to,
and just be like, look, hey, look, you're having a bad day. I didn't realize that at the time. Now I know. I'm sorry. I hope you have a better day.
He's like, look, I'm having a rough time too. I admit, I'm in fault. I admit I zoned out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make your bad day worse. And she couldn't put it aside to say, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I hope your day get better. She couldn't do it though. You know what I'm saying? My aunt asked what happened to her. I'm not telling you. You should go watch the movie. And then you should come back because it's a solid movie. Look, that's Russell Crowe for the other you that don't know. But he fat in that movie. He remind me of like the dude from Roseanne.
Oh, I know you're talking about like John something.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
John Goodman. Look, but it's a fantastic performance though. Like fantastic. Like everybody winning Oscars or whatever for like losing a bunch of weight and playing like, cancer patients, stuff like that. He should win one for the opposite. Like, he got super fat. Like, remember, this is a dude that was in Gladiator. You know what I'm saying? Like now he got super fat to play this role, and he should win an award. But I'm not telling y'all what happened. Go watch the movie. It's a solid movie. And yeah, so look. So to your point, you said in that point that you would apologize, right?
Look, because the way they started off the conversation was calm, and I can respect that, because you don't want to be like on the road everybody think they tough in their car for some reason. Like, I don't get it.
It's like being online, man. It's a little barrier, so
Yeah, and oh man, I wish you could pull up that video about the guy. They were going back and forth, and he pulled up to the other guy. He had a gun on his dash, and he was like, why you pulled up to me on the gun on that dash? Don't go to your dash. I got my gun. I was about to shoot you. And he was like, look, I'm sorry. I had my gun on my dash. I'm sorry. It's a real life situation. I can't even remember what the video is called, but.
Sometimes you gotta say I'm sorry, man. Sometimes you gotta put that pride and shit aside for the greater good of like just diffusing, man. Like just diffuse. My aunt asked what movie is called Unhinged. It is on Amazon Prime. I know you got the information because you got my information, so go log in and watch it. It's a solid watch, man. It's like I didn't think much of it. I'm like Russell Crowe, but well, Russell Crowe is in it, but he can't be this fat guy. He was the fat guy though, and it's crazy. Like, I want to show more, but it's first off, this will be show probably gonna be flagged. So, a good thing you guys are watching it live or whatever. But it's called Unhinged. It's on Amazon Prime Video. Go check it out. I'm definitely not telling y'all what happened, but I've took my car to a shop, and sometimes they adjust the mirrors or whatever, and I've changed lanes a couple times. Like I remember changing lane once. Somebody blew. I'm like, what you blowing at? You know what I'm saying? As I drive. And then it happened again. I'm looking like, I can't see out this mirror. Like, no wonder. Like, I literally, so dude pulled up, and he wasn't like looking, sometimes somebody cut you off and they pull up and you be staring right at them, daring them to say something to roll down the window. I rolled down the window like, hey, my mirrors was completely off. I was in the wrong. Like, my bad. Like, I didn't have to. I could have just sit there, said nothing. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to get my attention. But I'm like, hey, my bad. Like, I was completely in the wrong. I thought I could see out the mirror, but I couldn't see out the mirror. Like, my bad. So I have apologized in traffic because I was, it was my fault. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't paying attention or wasn't reacting properly, I would have, like he would have ran into me, just me going into his lane because I can't see out my mirrors. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you said, in that situation, hey, sometimes you just got to diffuse and be like, hey, my bad.
Yeah.
I bumped into you, my bad. You know what I'm saying? In the store, my bad, dog. I didn't even mean it. You know what I'm saying? And typically, being my size, it kind of works because I can be like, my bad, I didn't even mean to bump you. I'm just a big nigga in a small spot. Like, my bad.
Yeah, that verbal judo can diffuse a stressful situation, such as road
About
rage.
the book. I got the book over there. I'm gonna bring it over one time and show you. I read the book. Is very good. Every police officer should be forced to take the class. If you do security of any kind, you should read the book. It's a solid book, and it works when you use it. It definitely works.
Because look, almost killing somebody on the road can potentially get you hyped up.
Yeah.
When you get in a situation that you arguing with somebody, a random stranger on the road, and you don't know them, they don't know you. You don't know what they have in their car. Most people got guns in their car, like that previous video that we just watched. Like the sheriff said. So, hey, be calm out there.
Why take the chance? Look, sometimes, and I get it, stressful situations, you have an outburst or, so you just going through it and you focus on whatever you're going through, but you got to realize other people going through stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And you just might run into somebody who having a worse day than you. Now, that's never good for anyone. I wish I could show you more of the movie, but I can't. But it's great, though. Go watch it. Like, it's really way better than any movie I saw this year. It might be the best movie I've seen this year, loosely, because I can't remember every movie I saw this year, but loosely, it was way better than I thought it was going to be too. Virginia said, yes, if he came up beside me, I would have said, I'm sorry, especially with my son in the car. Yeah, like, take the L. Just take the L. Just say, like, hey. And look, Angel said earlier, I skipped her thing, but Angel said earlier that why is she on his side? Or not like why, but like, tell me why I'm on his side. Because he was in the right. All right, so yeah, the light turned green, but then he went and apologized. He was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I am in the wrong. I didn't mean to make your day worse. Like, but you ain't had the ability to say, you know what? It's all good. Water under the bridge, whatever. And then he taught her what a bad day is.
Unhinged. Like, crazy. Came off the edges. Yeah,
it's so good though. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it.
Son told her, Mom, chill out.
Angel, yeah. Look, even your son, like, hey, calm down. Calm down, like, you know what I'm saying? Because if he shoots his car up, I'm right next to his window, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I went back far enough for y'all to see it, but he even did, like, he even asked his son, like, hey, I like how you talk with his jaw so far out. Like, you know what a double tap is, son?
Damn.
The kid was like, double tap is, and then he gave an example, like the 222 or whatever, the real light and for lights, trying to get somebody's attention. You know what I'm saying? But it's so good. Like, it's a great performance. But anyway, he was like, yeah, that's what a double tap is. And, you know what I'm saying? You're like, ma'am, did you mean to give me? I'm surely you meant to give me the double tap. And all I had to do was say, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I laid it on or anything. She could have said anything, but she didn't. She couldn't put her pride aside because she was having such a bad day. But it could go so much worse. Hey, I love that. That's how the whole movie. You told her to draw out here. Look here, son. You know what double tap is. It's so good. Anyway, go watch the movie if you haven't seen it. It's really, really good. So yeah, hey. So long story short, what we're trying to get at is road rash is definitely one of those
You
things
said
where we
road rash. Road rash is you
have
don't
the
you ride a motorcycle and you don't wear a leather a leather suit.
or the video game from the 90s, Road Rash. Road rage is definitely something that we all can go through at any given time. So just remember to de-stress as much as possible if you can, especially in road race situations where you going someplace important or work. And sometimes it's better to just take the L, better to apologize or whatever, so you don't end up in a situation where some dude's talking about making your day worse. So we got one more clip. This one should play fine because I was able to upload it. If it don't, then we're gonna end the show. We're gonna be done with it. So we got one more clip, and then because we want to talk about what do you do to de-stress? How do we de-stress and get rid of some of these stressors?
Everybody sit on the floor, Indian style like me. Oh my God, if you're wearing a dress, please keep your knees together. Nobody wants to see that. My goal is to make this office as peaceful a place for Stanley Hudson as I can. And I think sounds have a lot to do with that. Here are some downloaded peaceful sounds. That one makes me think of death. It's kind of nice. It is a beautiful, sunny day as we walk through the meadow that is very spiritual and relaxing, and there are flowers, and it is sunny and beautiful. Now, up ahead, a castle in the distance. Don't open your eyes.
What? Oh.
And you walk up toward the castle. And inside the castle are 4 men. And each of them, none of them have shoes. And they give you a funny cigarette, and you feel even more relaxed. And then you want ice cream. You want a big bowl of ice cream. So what kind of ice cream do you want? Yell it out.
Chunky monkey.
Too expensive.
Chocolate.
Racism is dead, Stanley. You can have any kind of ice cream you want.
I don't even know if that played. I'm having a day.
It played. I saw it.
Straight to the office. That's hilarious. Regina said nobody wants to see that, which is hilarious because she did sit down with a dress on, like just showing all of her goodies or whatever. And then yeah, what kind of ice cream? Yell it out, Chunky Monkey. That's too expensive. So as you see in there, in that footage or whatever, they were doing. I guess meditation is what it was supposed to be. This is a bunch of people. This is a bunch of adults in the office laying on the carpet on the office floor, which I would never be a part of because that's just disgusting. This is gross. But what do you do? What do you guys do to de-stress? So, Angel, I'm assuming with you said that cleaning your house. Or, I'm sorry, having a cluttered house is something that irritates you. I'm sure that cleaning your house is something that makes you feel better. But what other things do you and everybody else do you guys help you de-stress? Like what alleviates stress for you, listeners and viewers, as I asked Byron the same question?
Yeah, you could get you a stress ball. Pause. I don't use this, but this this is a suggestion. But what works for me is I like time by myself. Just doing things that I like, not doing things.
Do you get time by yourself when you're married?
Yeah, that's what the man cave is for.
I'm just asking, just curious.
You gotta have your life as well. You can just because if you don't, that's how you lose yourself. You can't lose yourself in a marriage. Don't do that.
Respect it.
Because if you do that, you might as well take her last name. Shit. For real, but I also like going on vacations though. Like that's a big de-stressor. a big distressor. Like going, relaxing somewhere, nice weather, just enjoying life. That's something that I like to do as well. So, um, but yeah, doing things that you like and and going on vacation. Going on vacation is the thing I like to do because it gets you out of the normal hustle and bustle that you're used to. Especially when you live in a city as like Cleveland, it's very urban. I want to get out of that environment. So,
That's a very good point. I hope she watched the show just to see her opinion. Oh, that's funny as hell, man. Um, I think vacation is a good one. I haven't taken a vacation in a long time, man. Like just left the city limits in a long time, so I'm well overdue. Um, on a day-to-day basis, though, um, hey, on a day-to-day basis, I'm a cigar smoker, man. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
I'll have me a nice quality cigar and maybe a drink. Sometimes not even a drink, to be honest, but a nice quality cigar. And music always helps. Like music is something. I mean, in the clip, he said sounds, which is sounds don't really do it for me, but he said sounds. But music helps. I mean, old music for sure. Um, stuff I can relate to, or the stuff I can tie back to a time where I wasn't as stressed or whatever, or when the stress helped me out or whatever. Like I'm a fan of that for sure. Um, I don't know what the hell just happened. Everybody dropped out.
no,
Everybody.
the show must go on.
The
Hey,
show must go on.
so but yeah, like you said, like smoking the cigar, doing things that's something that you like to do, and a cigar forces you to just sit down and just enjoy life, relax.
Look, I tell people all the time who don't smoke cigars or smoke cigarettes or whatever the case is that smoking a cigar, right, like you said, it forces you to have to sit down and relax for, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on the cigar, hour, you know what I'm saying? But it forces you to take your time and relax. And therefore, it gives you time to think about whatever the situation is, whatever is stressing you out, whatever is, whatever is plaguing you in any way. It gives you an opportunity to take a deep breath and literally think about the landscape that's around you, and then you go from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's cigar is my de-stressor though for sure. Um, and you said so. Vacation is your long. I don't think I have a long term. I wouldn't say long term, but like a distressor that you can do once or twice a year or something like that.
Yeah,
Like I said, I know you go down south 2 times a year, something like that, 3 times a year, somewhere around there.
whenever financially.
Oh,
Able
so
to,
just whenever, as much as possible, whenever finances agree.
yeah.
See, I don't have nothing like that. Maybe the gun range, maybe
Oh, that's a good one.
go and rent a gun because I don't own any. Go and take a couple shots or something like that. It seems to be a pretty decent distressor. But between that and cigars, man, that's pretty much me. Because everything else for me is work, work, work. So not necessarily stress, but definitely work, work, work. So whether it's this or my actual job or whatever the case is, it's constantly just on the go.
Hey, so my mother said, I guess they did get dropped. She said no connection. So
I don't even know why though.
So I mean, it's still recording. Nigga, just going to listen to it later on, streaming services such as podcasts and Apple Music, Spotify, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't get it either.
We on there though, but I don't understand. So,
hey, but back to vacation though.
Yeah.
So you said you haven't been in a while. You haven't left the city limits in a while.
It's been
So
about
when
2 years, almost 3 years now.
so when you did, hold on, I swear you did recently. I forgot about
Yeah, but that was. I'm glad we dropped.
it.
No, for sure. That was a decent break for sure. You're right. I forgot about that. That was actually a really better time than I thought it was going to be too. Um. No, some people dropped, some people didn't drop, even though it says 0.
That's
I can't
weird.
see the comments, so I don't know what's going on. But let me see if I can restart this real quick. Hold on. But no, I actually forgot about that. I'm glad you reminded me because that was a great time. Look, it was a much, and I already knew planned on having a good time. Um, the person I was with, it was great. Like, no lie, it was great. I wish it could have been smoother, and I wish it could have been longer. You know what I'm saying? But it was what it was, and I often overlook that, but I shouldn't because I really had a good time. Like the hotel was like looking over the water. Like we was out of Ohio, but we can see Ohio from where we was at. It was really, it was really dope. Um, what about vacation? As I restart this, it's gonna click out. This is gonna be you in here for a second. But what about vacation? What calms you? Is it just getting out of the city? Is it the fact that you get to wherever it is that you go? You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a beach or a rainforest or like an Airbnb in the middle of the woods. Like, what is it about it that calms you? As I restart this, go ahead.
Well, first of all, it gets me out of that normal hustle and bustle. Going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. It gets you out of that. And then you go somewhere that you like really enjoy being. And what I mean by that is you go somewhere where you don't have to worry about the stress of crime, like certain crimes. Because in Cleveland, certain crimes that are prevalent that you got to watch. You got to be on. You got your situational awareness has to be on point at all times. Whereas you may go somewhere where you aware, but it's just a totally different like feeling. Like you don't feel stressed. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally. That's why I swear that people that live in urban communities literally have PTSD because you go somewhere else and it's like. It's like a relief, you know what I mean? Like
it's true.
You don't have to worry about like some BS. So, but other than that, it's just you're just having fun. You don't have a care in the world. Like every time I go somewhere, I use my phone less. I stop. I stop worrying about certain things, and I swear every time I check my phone and see what's going on at home, it's like. Wow.
I'm glad
I'm glad I'm not there. I'm glad I'm not there. So when people say, "Oh, you're on vacation," it's only short lived. If you lived in that specific place, you probably wouldn't. No, I don't know. I don't know about that because what's going on here isn't going on there. Like so that's how I feel.
So let me see. So.
Oh, wait, one more thing though. But when I did take vacations to other hood cities, I had fun, but it was like a Cleveland fun. Like you going out kicking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's still
but you got your guard up to a certain extent, so you can't like really relax.
Yeah.
Where did y'all go? Like didn't y'all go somewhere in the Northeast a while back or something?
We went to Maine.
Maine? Okay, Maine. I knew it was somewhere up that way.
Yeah.
Maine seemed like it'll be, and I don't know this for sure because I said this about Connecticut before I actually spent time there. I thought it was gonna be like a complete world of difference, but just so happened the part of Connecticut I was in, it wasn't the change of scenery that I thought about.
Yeah.
So I can't. So how was Maine though? Was it like a complete change of scenery?
Let me do a little backstory. Like Maine, I went to Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine is the most populated city in Maine. But you get there and there's nothing hood about it. Like I walked to we walked around a lot of places, and I went to like the quote unquote where all the black people stay at. It's mostly like Africans though, I guess, because the Underground Railroad went through that city and it went up to the north to Canada. So it's a lot of Africans there, and the quote unquote bad part of the city is like this ain't bad. It's just regular. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing.
Right.
Like it's nothing going on here at all. It's night. It looked creepy like a Stephen King movie at night because it's just so quiet. Like I don't.
So they're creepy is your normal or their hood or whatever is your normal. Is that what you're saying?
But it ain't really a hood though.
I mean, not hood, but yeah, they're like, oh man, you should watch it. So I was like, what?
No, like Maine has like a state motto where you just be friendly and nice to everybody. So everybody you meet is friendly and nice, but they tell you they like honest and stuff. You know,
Okay.
It was just a different. But you have people that moved there from different cities and they got here and they was just like confused. I mean, they got there and they were confused about, why are these people? I loved it.
It's that's funny. So let me see. My aunt said the comments are gonna come up on the screen, but my aunt said she walked around Walmart by herself. So look, so that doesn't seem relaxing, but like, and I don't know what time of day she's going, but like when pre-pandemic, when Walmart was 24 hours, I would go at like 1:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. Ain't nobody there, some people stocking, but it's pretty much you by yourself. It might be a couple people, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? Or when I used to do like security at a bar, when I left that bar at like 2:30 or whatever, I would go to Walmart. I would go shopping at that point where it's no people around. I got the whole store practically to myself. You know what I'm saying? That was relaxing more than it would seem, I guess, walking around Walmart. So I wouldn't go during the peak times. I wouldn't go during peak times now. You know what I'm saying? But as far as relaxing, if you ever to go early in the morning or late or something like that, I do find that to be relaxing for sure. Let me see. Angel said she said massage, float spa, bath, journaling, walking, organizing is what calms her. She said rain soothes her, and I think that's it. But you guys you and your wife ever did a float spa?
No. What is it? I'm sure. No, if I'm asking, what is it?
Right, right. It's literally like a It's gonna sound real weird or nerdy. You watch Dragon Ball Z. You have watched it before, right?
Yeah.
You know what, like the hyperbaric chamber where it's a capsule that you in and you're surrounded by water and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that, except for it doesn't fully surround you, but it's like it's probably like 2 to 4 inches of water that you lay in like a capsule, pretty much, and you sit there, and it's like Epsom salt in the water, so it kind of like sort of like relax you or soothe your aches and pains or whatever. And you could change like the colors of like the light that's in there with you, or you can have it no lights. You can play your music, you can play their music, but you just sit there like you're floating in water, like relaxing, warm, like the water is like 98.6, like body temperature. So it gets to the point where like you relax, you feel like it's just an extension of yourself because the temperature is the same. You just sit there for an hour and just relax. So you think about whatever's going on or try to clear your mind or whatever the case is. Now, some people love it, you know what I'm saying, where, it's a chance to do nothing or not be on your phone and not worry about stuff. And some people hate it because it just gives them a chance to be alone with their thoughts and they're just thinking about stuff. It should be experienced, though. I think it's a solid experience, nevertheless. At least one time to try it out and see how you like it. But that's it. You just float in temperature that's the same as your body temperature with Epsom salt and lights if you wanted, and music if you wanted. And you could nap. I mean, it's only 4 inches of water. Not saying you can't drown in that, but you probably won't. You just nap or rest or relax for like an hour. And then they take you to an oxygen bar and they give you like free flavored oxygen, which is
Look, that's something I'll try.
just strange. Look, as long as you okay with being alone with your thoughts for any length of time, I suggest you try it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Then you just know, like, all right, that was cool, but it ain't for me or whatever. Go to Groupon. I'm not plugging the company. Go to Groupon if you're in the Cleveland area. It might be worth it at least for one time. I think you get a buy one get one free or a cheap one or something like that. It's definitely worth the shot. She said vacation recharges her, or resets her. Yeah, vacation. I just don't do it enough, man. Because I think before it's like 2 years before all of my vacations. Anytime I go out of town, the last 3 times or 2 times, it'll be 3 times this year. It's like 2 years in between. And then before that, though, it was like a long ass time, like 4 years or 5 years or something long. So it's vacation is something like just to get out of your surroundings, to put you in a different headspace. I think vacation is important. If you can do it financially, I would definitely suggest to do it. Regina said that she don't get out much at all. So what do you do, Regina? What do you do to relax? Like what do you do? I know you enjoy doing hair and stuff. So does that relaxes you? Like actually going to work? Like I said, I've only had one job where actually going to work actually was something I was looking forward to. So is that something that you look forward to? Does that relax you? Regina, let me know. Have you ever, just going back to job for a second, have you ever had a job where you're like, I'm looking forward to going, or no? Ever, any job?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you could probably already know the one.
I was thinking of one. Yeah.
Like, yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know if it's a thing as far as it ain't necessarily like where you don't got to do nothing. It ain't necessarily where you can relax, but maybe it's just where you just get freedom at your job while you're getting paid. You get a certain level of freedom while you're getting paid. That always helps. You know what I'm saying? It always helps.
I find that I work better when I don't have a direct supervisor that's working with me, because stress me out, man. Micromanaging. Most of them micromanage. Like I really haven't met one I didn't. I say 95% micromanage.
I agree. I've had 2 that don't, and one's like an absentee manager, so he don't really count. And the second one was a direct supervisor, but like I said, I think I said before in the show, his motto is, he's like, look, I don't care what you do, as long as you do your job. You want to watch the game, cool. You want to do whatever, that's cool too. As long as you do but you got to do your job, because if you don't do your job, then it make me look like I'm not doing my job, and we can't have that. Other than that, I don't care what you do. Like, that's what's better than that.
Yeah.
For me, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah, if they can't trust you to do your job, and they gotta always be on you, like, well, why did you hire me? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. Right, exactly. But and I get it. Kind of like your mom said, where it's a bunch of people that maybe they feel entitled or whatever the case is, where you feel like you got to be on top of them to make sure that they're doing their thing, especially if you're their manager or supervisor. But like you said, at the same time, if I trust you enough, I don't want to say trust you, but believe in you enough to hire you, then I would at least give you a little leash work. Regina said, it's relaxing depending on who I have. I love cutting hair, painting nails, styling prom styles. I hate perms, but everyone wants a perm now. I think she's just good with like you said, it just depends on who's in the chair. My aunt said that's not good. I think she's talking about traveling. She said, I'm traveling, getting out of here every chance I get. That's kind of what you said.
Right. She's right for you.
Yeah,
you gotta get up out of here.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I need to get out of here.
Like, there's plenty of places where you can drive to, Airbnb got places for, cheap, $80 a night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A 10-hour drive, that's $120, $150 in gas. You can make it happen.
No, I'm not saying that it ain't the
For
time,
financials.
the location. It's the you got to work at a place where you actually get vacation time, or a place where
Oh yeah, that's a
they won't you know what I'm saying, because it's one thing to spend money out for vacation if you also getting paid, you know what I'm saying, but if you ain't getting paid, you missing out on money and you spending money. That's not a good combination, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see,
for no one.
See, with me,
You spoiled.
I had the luxury of not working in the summertime, and then like vacations during work. So yeah, I understand that for sure.
Yeah, so it just happened that way. So look, so we're gonna get out of y'all hair, not only for the technical difficulties, but because we did our time. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Hold on, Angel said, if I run a bunch on vacation, then after it's over, you need to relax. Relaxation time sucks. Yeah, if I go on vacation, look, this is why. This is also another reason. Let me just say this: why I haven't been out of town when like family have went or whatever, is because when I go out of town, like I want to do whatever it is the fuck I want to do, right? So if that's look, if I happen to go to Vegas, I'm just using it as an example, and I don't want to leave the condo. If I just want to swim all day, I don't want to hear nothing like, what's the point of coming to Vegas if you just gonna swim?
Right.
Like, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on vacation. If I choose to swim my entire time, leave me alone and let me swim. If I go to Pittsburgh or whatever, and I don't want to go to a club one night, like leave me alone. Like I'm on vacation. I don't want to go to the club. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so whatever it is that you do on your vacation. So this is a lesson for people, as far as people that stress out on vacation. Do what you want to do, and if somebody don't want to do it with you, then do it by yourself. Every city got public transportation. I'm sure. Just figure it out. Uber or something, it's everywhere. So just figure it out. And two, if you're on vacation with somebody that don't want to do something you want to do, man, leave them people alone. They on vacation. They want to do nothing or play tennis. Or they look, if you're going on vacation, they bring their Xbox and they just want to play the game in a different setting. Let them. They're on vacation. Leave them people alone.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why you gotta go on vacation with certain people, like, because everybody on vacation the same. Everybody don't be on the same thing.
I agree. People always want to do stuff like, oh, that's cool for night one, but the rest of I don't want to do
it. Yeah. Night one is night you go hard. You know what I'm saying? You party, but after that, I need to relax because I can't keep up with this pace.
I don't party. Exactly. So that's a good point by Angel. Because I don't want to be on vacation running, and I come back home like, man, that was quite an experience, but now I'm still tired because I ain't actually get a chance to relax on vacation. Like, it defeats the point. To me, personally, it defeats the purpose. No, I don't want to do that. So I agree. I agree with Angel 100%. Oh, you know why I think we was kicked off?
Wow. Was it videos?
YouTube got us. Yeah, already.
Yeah, you already know they're gonna get us.
Early though. We still recording. Anyway, we're gonna get out of y'all here. I appreciate y'all joining us, talking about stress and how to relieve stress, and watching video clips that got copyright shut down. So good thing y'all able to hear us live and we able to figure it out.
I know when I watch this other podcast where they say, don't put it on the camera.
Oh yeah. We can play the audio, but the visual is so much better. So at least if you're always able to see the visual, we can go from there. Also, let me just say this about copyright and YouTube and stuff, right? This is me on my mini soapbox. Y'all see I pulled these videos from YouTube, which means they're on YouTube and YouTube didn't take them down. So why would they take them down from our live stream? That's all I'm saying. I'm out.
But look, they're on there from a copyrighted movie. Right?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's exactly what I'm saying. They ain't like I'm like, oh no, we made this. we made this movie in our spare time. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking with us through all the technical stuff. No wonder all this stuff was breaking down because YouTube was actively. Shout out to Google, who I own stock in. I'm the next stock owner is me. I'm gonna have to say something like, "Hey, y'all gotta relax." I'm gonna tell the CFO that y'all gotta relax, man. People out here just trying to make content, trying to make it. So we appreciate y'all joining us for the show through the technical stuff, and even after y'all wasn't able to post comments. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. We're gonna get out of y'all here. If y'all need something, y'all got topics or anything, any suggestions, definitely let us know. We'll get to it throughout the week, and we'll make a show about it. Hopefully, without copywritten material, I suppose. And stay safe out there and all that good stuff. Salute to the city.
Sir, on your own. That's the motto. And I don't have nothing else to say, but like, share, subscribe. And we out.
Sure.